Ah, Christmas. The time for joy, laughter, and the inevitable last-minute shopping panic. Few movies ever captured this holiday frenzy quite like Jingle All the Way. Directed by Brian Levant and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. This film takes the holiday chaos to a whole new level, mixing over-the-top slapstick comedy with a pain of holiday madness that leaves the audience with no sugar, no milk, black coffee of palate cleansers compared to other Christmas classics available. The plot is simple. A workaholic dad whose job is to sell mattresses. I'm sorry, I never knew this fact until I started making this review. Howard Langston, played by Arnie himself, is on the mission to secure the holiday's hottest toy, a Turbo Man action figure for his son Jamie. And of course, it's Christmas Eve and it's sold out everywhere. So begins a frantic Twin City-wide quest. Howard is not really a likable guy in my opinion. He's constantly at work and not spending time with his kid Jamie, but he is relatable emotionally. In this ever-bearing quest to search the Twin Cities area during Christmas Eve's madness, as Howard goes deeper into the morning, he is met with some opposition, if you will, starting out with brawling in the Mall of America, to attempting to rob his neighbor's gifts and almost burning down their house. This is a film that has a lot to offer, and when you reach the climax, it's actually worth it. You get to see Turbo Man in action. One of the film's most relatable characters is Myron Larrabee, who's played by Sinbad. Myron is a postal worker and Howard's main rival in the Turbo Man quest, but he isn't the villain. That spot is saved for a different character. Sinbad's comedic timing is impeccable as he delivers lines with a manic energy. There's also the fact that he has to act against Arnold here. And though I'm not saying Arnie's a bad actor, Sinbad's Myron helps lift up the energy on set. Arnold Schwarzenegger, known for his action roles, takes a comedic turn here. His deadpan delivery and physical comedy are unexpectedly charming, reminding us that even the Terminator can get upset over a toy.
Where's your Christmas spirit?
I can't really explain how crazy this movie is in an effort to sell you this as a Christmas movie, but once you unwrap it, you find out that it's actually an action movie in disguise. Now, I know, I chose a weird film to review here, but I wanted to showcase this one due to me watching it every year, since I first saw it on TV as a kid. Yes, even when I got to it, it was already an old movie. I have noticed that society seems to have forgotten about this one, and moved on to more obnoxious comedies like Elf. So what's up with Turbo Man? You can see that he has a TV show that Jamie likes to watch because Jamie is a massive superhero fan, and now has become an action figure. But there is a moment, like the one where Turbo Man actually shows up to fight his nemesis in real life. To me, this is one of the coolest parts because it started as a last-minute shopping into brawling, becomes a superhero movie by the end. Turbo Man seems like a cross of G.I. Joe, Captain America, and maybe a little Super Sentai. Turbo Man has some interesting gadgets like retractable boomerang. Don't think about this too long, you might get upset. He has a real working jetpack in which they CGI'd their way out because it's the late 90s and the technology just wasn't there. But he does have a sidekick, Booster.
Oh, wow! We don't like you, man! We hate you, Booster!
Now, everyone would have said that Myron is the villain for this movie, but he's actually more of a rival in Howard's journey. See, we have a darkness of the heart moment in the middle of this movie, where both Myron and Howard are unsuccessful in acquiring a Turbo Man doll that happen to run into each other at a diner where they share some alcoholic coffee, before storming out to commit unlawful breaking and entering, assault and battery, and eventually a bomb threat at the local radio station.
This is a homemade explosive device, and I'll blow it up. You know why? Because I work for the post office, so you know I'm not stable.
It's here at the diner we learn that Myron is a shit-ass dad as much as Howard is, and they find each other relatable. Of course, their gambit for the toy must prevail past the human condition because it's Christmas time. By the way, there's nowhere else to put this. All the consumerism comedy was added in the script by Chris Columbus, who's known for making good Christmas movies. Who's the real villain? It's much more worse. Howard's neighbor Ted. Ted is a single father raising his own son who happens to be best friends with Jamie. Ted does everything in his power to make sure he's the nicest, cleanest, and most sincere guy on the block for all those housewives, because he's trying to get laid. Whereas he's trying to be a homewrecker towards Howard's family. This is not subtle either. Ted touches Liz, Howard's wife, in unwanted advances, and she is not into this, but the creep keeps trying. Howard really hates the guy for obvious reasons, and this is what leads him into thinking it's okay to steal Ted's presents. Look, I know most of you haven't seen this movie before, and now's a great time to go out and find it. Trust me, it will break you away from the doldrums of the classic holiday reruns that you know from the inside and out. As for me, this movie is part of that, a personalized arsenal of Christmas movies. So this one means something to me, in which this film earns 4 out of 5 stars. Really guys, it's a 3, but the fact the adventure is so bonkers, and the turbulence doesn't let up until the credits roll, makes for a stellar journey on Christmas Eve. Oh, and like everything I've said about this movie, the violence and the gross sexual nature of Ted and stuff like that, the film isn't bad. It's a comedy. It's a family comedy. I was just peeling back the layers to look inside. It's still just a family comedy at the end. Thank you for watching. Bye.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.